Hello everyone, this is Uday Kumar working as Assistant Professor of Physics in Dr. B.R.R. Government College at Chella. So as you already know, we are dealing the chapter Digital Electronics, and in our last video we tried to understand what are NAND and NOR gates, and in today's video lesson we try to understand what are universal logic gates. Okay, so fine. So universal logic gates. So what are the gates that we call as universal logic gates? I hope this point I discussed in our last video. So the NAND and NOR gates are called as universal logic gates. So they are called as universal logic gates. So why do we call the NAND and NOR gates as universal logic gates? Because we can construct the basic gates like OR and NOT gates by using NAND and NOR gates. So that is the reason why we call NAND and NOR gates as universal logic gates. So remember, so the NAND and NOR gates are called as universal logic gates because we can construct the basic gates like OR gate, AND gate and NOT gates by using only either NAND gates or NOR gates, and that is why we call this NAND and NOR gates as universal logic gates. So fine. So as we just discussed here, the NAND and NOR gates are used to construct OR and NOT gates, right? So how we can use this NAND gates to construct OR and NOT gates, that we try to understand. And after completing this concept, we also try to know how these NOR gates are used to construct OR and NOT gates. So anyway, first of all, let us see how the NAND gates are used to construct the basic gates. Okay, so the topic is written here with the heading how the NAND gate is used to construct the basic gates and why we call this NAND gate as universal logic gate. Okay, so anyway, in our last video we try to understand what is NAND gate and its entire that means its circuit symbol, its logical function, logical symbol, and even we try to understand its operation with the help of truth table, and that truth table of NAND gate is that means mentioned here. So have a look at this one. So this is the truth table of NAND gate. This is the truth table of NAND gate, and we already discussed it, right? So as you already know, the NAND gate is having two inputs and one output, and the inputs of the NAND gate are denoted by A and B, and if they are denoted by A and B, the output of the NAND gate is denoted by X is equal to A dot B bar. So this is the output of the NAND gate. So when the input values are 0 and 0, we get the output as 1, and when the inputs are 0 and 1, we get the output as 1, and when the inputs are 1 and 0, and we get the output as 1, and again when the inputs are 1 and 1, we get the output to be 0. So that means we can define the NAND gate as the gate whose output is low when both its inputs are high. So this is one definition that we try to understand in our last video. I'm just quickly revising it because we are using the NAND gates to construct the basic gates in today's video lesson, right? So anyway, so first one, so let us try to construct the basic gate which is NOT gate by using NAND gate here. Okay, so how the NAND gate is used to construct the NOT gate, that we try to understand here. Okay, so now you know that what is the NOT gate, right? So it's an inverting gate. So the NOT gate is having one input and one output. So you know this one, right? For convenience, let me try to write the truth table of NOT gate also here. So this is NOT gate, and its truth table is like A is, that means it has only one input, right? And its output, if I take it as y or x, whatever it may be, if you want you can take it. So I can write its output as a bar. Okay, So it has only one input, and hence I can give lower potential to A or high potential to A. So if I give lower potential, that means low potential to A, I get the output as high, and if I give high value to A, I get the output as 0. So this is the truth table of NOT gate. So this is the truth table of NOT gate. So that means now I have to show how a NAND gate acts as a NOT gate. So this is our aim now. So if I can show that a NAND gate, that means if I show that a NAND gate's output is inputs and outputs are similar to the truth table of NOT gate, so that means automatically we can say that the NAND gate is acting like a NOT gate. So let us see how the NAND gate is that means constructed in such a way that it acts as a NOT gate. Okay, so you can see here this is a NAND gate, right? So I hope you remember the symbol. This is a NAND gate. Actually the symbol, the circuit symbol of NAND gate will be like this. It has two inputs, okay, with a bubble or circle here, and one output. So we used to say the inputs as A and B, and the output was written as A dot B bar. So this was the circuit symbol of NAND gate in general, which we already studied in our last video. But here, to make this NAND gate to act like a NOT gate, so remember NAND gate is having two inputs and the NOT gate is having only one input. Is that clear? So that is the basic difference between NAND and NOT gate. So this is NAND gate, and what is NOT gate? So NOT gate is this one. It only has one input and one output. So if I say the input as A and its output becomes A bar. Okay, so this is NOT gate and this is NAND gate. So now if you observe carefully these two gates, the NAND gate is having two inputs and the NOT gate is having only one input. So now to make this NAND gate act like a NOT gate, so you have to make sure that these two inputs act like one input. Okay, so that is the condition that you have to remember. So if these two inputs act like one input, it means that you have to give the same value to both A and B. That's all. If you give same value to both A and B, either if you want to give 0, you give 0 to both A and B. In such cases, what happens? These two inputs acts like one. So if you want to give high potential to the A, then also you have to give high potential to B. So in such cases, what happens when A is equal to B? Though we have two inputs here, it acts like one input. That's all. Okay, when A is equal to B, though, can you see this diagram? So you just have a look at this NAND gate. It has two inputs. If you make sure that A is equal to B, that means these two inputs act like one input. So that is the condition that is mentioned here. Can you see this one? So this is actually the NAND gate. Okay, so actually it was having two inputs, A and B, but these two inputs are interconnected here. Interconnected means they are made same. So when we make them same, what happens here? You will not be seeing two inputs now. A and B you cannot see, because both A and B are interconnected here. Since A and B are interconnected, that means A is equal to B now. So here A is equal to B, and that is mentioned with the help of a single line here. So it shows that though we have two inputs, they are acting like one because they are made equal by interconnecting both A and B. So that is what you have to understand. So now this is a NAND gate. So remember, this is a NAND gate, not NOT gate actually. So beginning, look at the circuit symbol. It's a NAND gate in which the inputs are interconnected. Okay, in which the inputs are interconnected. That means it's a NAND gate whose inputs values are same, whose inputs, which are A and B, are same. Okay, such the same condition you can see in this truth table also. So this is the truth table of NAND gate. In general, actually A and B were given 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1, but here if you compare this diagram with this truth table, here since we have interconnected A and B, you have to select the options where A is equal to B. So for example, if I take this option here, A is 0 and B is 0, right? So that means only this option I get. And similarly, if you observe this 1 and 1, here also you are having A is equal to B. Okay, so that means when you give 0 to A, the lower potential will be applied to both A and B. And similarly, if you give 1 to the input of NAND gate, that will be given to both A and B. So that is what you have to understand. So this is the case of NAND gate where both the inputs are made same. So if you do so, what happens? So that is what we have to see. Okay, if I interconnect A and B, what happens to the output? That let us check here. So now this is the truth table of this gate. What is this gate? I don't know actually. Okay, but actually it acts like a NOT gate. How it acts like a NOT gate, that we will see now. So this is the NAND gate. Remember, this is the NAND gate in which the inputs are made equal. Inputs are made equal. That means A is made equal to B. A and B are interconnected. Okay, so now since A and B are interconnected, we have only one input. Okay, so that you just observe here. So here the input is A now. Okay, now since we have one input here, either I can give 0 or I can give 1. Okay, so if I give 0, what happens? A will be 0, and if I give 1, I can take A as 1. But actually it's a NAND gate, so please check it out. It's a NAND gate, right? So here in general I used to have A and B. I used to have A and B in general, and hence when I used to have A and B, I used to have the that means output as, since I have, that means I used to have A and B, I can, if I take separately, I used to write the output of the NAND gate by A dot B bar. So this was the output that I used to write here. You can even see here, this is the output of NAND gate. Okay, but since A is made equal to B, this A and B, they are interconnected, right? So since they are interconnected, what happens? I can replace A in the place of B. So that means I can write this equation as A dot A bar. So that is mentioned here. So please check it out. Since A is equal to B, I can write A in place of B. So what happens if I write in place of B? So that is what you have to check it. So here I used to have two inputs A and B, and since I have interconnected A and B, so that means I have applied the condition of A is equal to B. Since A is equal to B, I can write the output as, in place of A dot B bar, I can write it as A dot A bar. Okay, but A dot A is nothing but A. So this is what you have to observe. A dot A is nothing but A. So how can you say that? You can understand with the help of this truth table also. You can check it here. So you have 4 options of A and B here. You can see here, this is option 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the 4 possible configurations of potentials that can be applied to both A and B. So out of these 4 combinations, what are the combinations where A is equal to B? That you have to observe. So where A is equal to B, you can find only 2 combinations. One is this one and another one is this one. Okay, so one is this one and another one is this one. So for these 2 combinations, remember, this is A and this is B. And what is A dot B? In these 2 cases, okay, when A is 0 and B is 0, I get A dot B is also 0. And when A is 1 and B is 1, I get 1 into 1 is also 1. So please check it out. So that means if you observe carefully, when A is equal to B, from these 2 combinations of the truth table, okay, from this combination and this combination of the truth table, 0 into 0 I can write it as 0, and 1 into 1 I can write it as 1. Okay, so that means A dot A will be equal to A. So that you try to get it. Please check it out. So 0 into 0 is 0. 1 into 1 is 1. That means A dot A is A, and complement is written as it is. That's it. So if you observe carefully this entire circuit diagram and the logical equation or function that we are mentioning in this diagram. So the input is A. I have taken the input as A. if the input is taken as A, the output becomes A dot A bar, A dot A bar, because A is made equal to B. But if you observe carefully, this A dot A will be again equal to A. So that you can understand from this table itself. So please check it out. You know what is AND gate, right? A dot what is AND gate? 0 0 gives you 0, 0 1 also gives you 0, 1 0 also gives you 0, and 1 only gives you 1. So this is the truth table of AND gate. So out of those 4 combinations, choose the combinations where A is equal to B, because here I have made A is equal to B, right? So if I choose those combinations, I get only 2 combinations, 0 0 and 1 1. So if you observe carefully here, in these 2 combinations, A is equal to B. Here also A is equal to B, because they are same. So when A is equal to B, I can say that A dot A is equal to A. So this is what you have to understand. I have even showed here. So when A is equal to B, so here for 0 and 0 I get 0, and here for 1 and 1 I get 1 for A dot B. Is that clear? So that you try to get it. So here you can simply understand that when A is equal to B, A dot A is equal to A. And since we have complement here, write that complement there also. So if you do so, so these are the logical equations that I get. So now let us try to understand its entire operation with the help of a truth table now. So let us take the truth table. So remember, this is a NAND gate. How it is working, I don't know. That's what I have to check here now. So this is the truth table. This truth table is the table which explains the operation of this circuit symbol. Okay, so this is a NAND gate. I have taken this NAND gate, but here it has only one input, because A is made equal to B. So since I have one input here, so just take this as A, and its output I can write it as A dot A bar, right? So to find A dot A bar, first of all let us try to find what is A dot A. Okay, I have already explained everything, but I am just writing its operation in terms of a truth table. That's it. Okay, so let us take the input A, and what is the output that we have here? Output is X, and it has written as A dot A bar. Okay, so to find A dot A bar, first of all let us find A dot A. Okay, once you know A dot A, automatically if you apply complement, you get A dot A bar. So anyway, when A is 0, A dot A is also 0. That means 0 into 0 will be 0. And when A is 1, that means A into A means 1 into 1 is again 1. This is AND gate. This is these are the values that you get from the AND gate. Okay, so when A is 0, 0 into 0 is 0, and A is 1. When A is 1, 1 into 1 is 1. So that's what you have to understand. When I have taken A as 0, here also I am getting 0. When I have taken A as 1, here also I am getting 1, and hence what does it says? It says that A dot A will be equal to A. So that is what you have to understand. Okay, so now I have found A dot A. So just apply the complement of it. So A dot A complement is how much? So here we have 0, and hence it becomes 1. Here we have 1, and hence it becomes 0. That's it. So now A dot A bar. Okay, so here A dot A is A, right? So that means I can write A dot A bar as A bar. Okay, as A bar, which becomes the output of this NAND gate. So if you carefully observe, the inputs are 0 and 1. For these inputs I am getting the output as 1 and 0. So what does that mean? It means that you can forget about this step now. This is the column that I have written only to get the output easily. So when input is 0, output is coming out to be 1, and when input is 1, the output is coming out to be 0. So this is nothing but the truth table of NOT gate, right? It's an inverting gate. Okay, so this is an AND gate. Of course this is an AND gate, but it is acting like an inverting gate. So that means it is acting like a NOT gate. So that is what you have to understand. So that means NAND gate can be. So let us assume that while doing the experiment you got a NOT gate, but unfortunately if you don't have any NOT gate, you can take the help of NAND gate and use you can convert it into a NOT gate. So that is what you have to understand. So NAND gate acts like a NOT gate when its inputs are interconnected, or when its inputs are made equal. So that is what you have to understand. Is that clear? So that means NAND gate can be used to construct the NOT gate, so which is very important. So please try to get it, and remember it's very simple. You have to just interconnect both its inputs so that you have only one input. That's it. If you do so, it acts like a NOT gate. That's all. Okay, so now let us just move on to our next slide, which is OR gate. Okay, so let us try to use the NAND gates to construct an OR gate. So that is what we try to understand here. So anyway, this is NAND gate, you already know that. For 0 0 you get 1, for 0 and 1 you get 1, for 1 and 0 you get 1, and for 1 and 1 you get 0. So this is the truth table of NAND gate, which tries to explain the operation of the NAND gate. The entire working of the NAND gate can be understood with the help of this truth table. Anyway, now our aim is to construct an OR gate by using NAND gate. Okay, so to do that, what we do is that let us take the NAND gates again. So can you see this one? This is A and this is B, and this is again a NAND gate. So this A, whatever the input that I am mentioning for this circuit symbol, it is a NAND gate. Can you see this one? There is an AND gate with bubble at the output, and again this is an AND gate with the bubble here, with the bubble or circle, you can say. This is also an AND gate with the bubble or circle. But here, if you observe carefully, this is an AND gate whose inputs are same, and this is also another NAND gate whose inputs are same. But this is a NAND gate whose inputs are not same. That means they are not interconnected. So that you have to understand. So that means you already know this one, right? So this is a NOT gate, right? But actually this is a NOT gate which is constructed from NAND gate. So this is a NAND gate which is acting like a NOT gate. So this gate we are taking here. That's it. This gate I am taking here. So in place of two input terminals, I am having only one input terminal. So that I am taking here. Okay. So this is an AND gate which acts like a NOT gate now. Again, this is an AND gate which acts like a NOT gate. Though they are acting like NOT gate, they are nothing but NAND gates, right? So that you try to get it. So this is NAND gate 1, this is NAND gate 2, and this is another NAND gate 3. But in this NAND gate, we have two inputs which are separated, which are not interconnected. That is what you have to understand. So now you know that this is a NAND gate. Let us take the input of this NAND gate as A, and let us take this input, the input of this NAND gate as B. Since in our last slide you already know that if the inputs are A, its output I can write it as A bar, because it acts like a NOT gate, right? So since the input of this NAND gate is taken as A, its output I can write it as A bar. And similarly, since the input of this NAND gate is taken as B, its output I can write it as B bar. So now if I connect these A bar and B bar to the inputs of this NAND gate, what is the output that I get? That we just check it out. Okay. Surprisingly, you will find that this entire configuration acts like an OR gate. So that is what we are going to prove with the help of a truth table. Okay, how it acts like an OR gate, that we just check it out with the help of truth table. And remember, the entire operations can be understood with the help of truth table only, and hence you need to understand the truth table very carefully. Anyway, let us move on to the truth table, which explains its functioning. Okay, this is a truth table, and the inputs of this entire configurations are A and B. Is that clear? So remember, this is it acts like one input and it acts like another input. So A and B are taken separately, and to find the output, you need to find A bar and also B bar, right? And hence in between I have written the values of A bar and B bar. And similarly, what is the output of AND gate actually? So the output of AND gate is, if the inputs are A and B, then the output will be A dot B bar. So this was the case. Okay. Similarly, but here the inputs of this AND gate is A, right? And hence its output is A bar. That is fine. In our previous slide we have done it. And similarly, the input of this NAND gate is B, and hence its output becomes B bar. Let us assume that A bar is taken as C and B bar is taken as D. So now the inputs of this NAND gate becomes C and D, right? So since the inputs of this NAND gate becomes C and D, its output I can write it as from this equation. If the inputs are A and B, the output is A dot B bar. But here for this NAND gate, the inputs are C and D, and hence I can write its output as C dot D bar. So this becomes the output. Is that clear? Okay. So to find this C dot B bar, I need to find C dot D, right? But what is C dot D? C is nothing but A bar and D is nothing but B bar. C is nothing but A bar and D is nothing but B bar. So you have to find A bar dot B bar first of all. A bar dot B bar, this one. So this is A bar and this is B bar. To find its output, which is C dot D bar, where C is taken as A bar and D is taken as B bar. So to find C dot D bar, you have to find C dot D first of all. So what is this C dot D? C dot D is nothing but, C is nothing but A bar and D is nothing but B bar. So C dot D is nothing but A bar dot B bar. So if you want to write it, so here this is equal to C dot D now. And what is the total output of this entire configuration? This is nothing but X is equal to C dot D bar, right? So now if I find C dot D, I get the output as C dot D bar. So this is this becomes the output of this entire configuration. But you know that C is nothing but A bar. So that means in place of C I am writing A bar, and in place of B I am writing, sorry, in place of D I am writing B bar. So C dot D bar whole bar I can write it as A bar dot B bar whole bar. So that you try to understand here. So now the total output of this entire configuration becomes A bar dot B bar whole bar. So this is the total output of this entire configuration. Let us see what becomes, what are the values that we get for A bar dot B bar whole bar. Okay, you know that the inputs, that means A and B. So for this entire configuration, the inputs are A and B, right? So I can give different values, different combinations of voltages to both A and B, and those combinations I can mention with 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. What are they? You already know. We are almost discussing these zeros and ones from the last 3 videos, right? So I can give that means lower potential is mentioned with 0 and high potential is mentioned with 1. So the different combinations of potentials that I can give to the inputs of this entire circuit can be written as 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. So now to find A bar dot B bar whole bar, so these are the values that you need to find in between. So I have to find A bar first, then next I have to find B bar, then next I have to find A bar dot B bar, and then next I have to find its whole complement. Then I get the output. So let us try to find it. Okay, let me choose a marker now. So here the value of A is 0, right? So if A is 0, A bar becomes 1, you know that because it's an inverting gate. And then next if A is 0 and again this becomes 1, A bar becomes 1. And if A is 1, then again A bar becomes 0. And again if A is 1, A bar becomes 0. So this is what I have found. And similarly this is B and this is B bar. So let us try to find B bar from B. So when B is 0, B bar becomes 1, and when B is 1, B bar becomes 0, and when B is 0, B bar becomes 1, and when B is 1, B bar becomes 0. So now I have found A bar and B bar, right? So now what is this? This is A bar dot B bar, right? So that means you just have to multiply these two, but with this multiplication is mentioned with dot. So if, now A bar dot B bar I can write it as so here A bar is 1 and B bar is 1, so 1 dot 1 becomes 1, and similarly 1 dot 0, 1 into 0, it's like 1 into 0 becomes 0, and 0 into 1 becomes 0, and 0 into 0 becomes 0. You know this. So finally I got A bar dot B bar, which are found to be 1 triple 0, right? 1 0 0 0. These are the values that I got. So find its whole complement now. So here I want to find A bar dot B bar whole bar, A bar dot B bar whole bar. So that means whatever the values that you got here, just write their complement. So for 1 you get 0, and for 0 you get 1, and for 0 again you get 1, and for 0 you get 1. So finally the output of this entire configuration is found to be 0 triple 1, right? 0 1 1 1. So these are the values that you got. So what do you observe that means what do you observe from this truth table? So to observe what is that means the entire configuration the entire operation of this configuration, to understand it you have to only concentrate on the inputs and outputs, right? So for that let us erase everything, and whatever the values that we have taken in between, just forget about these values. These three columns, you just forget them. Okay, you just forget them. If you forget them, you can only see the inputs and output now. So for 0 and 0, what are you getting? You are getting 0. And for 0 and 1, you are getting 1. And for 1 and 0, you are getting 1. And for 1 and 1, you are getting 1. So that means if you observe this truth table, it looks like the truth table of OR gate, right? So what is OR gate? It's like it is an addition gate, right? So if you have any one input to be 1, automatically the output will be 1. So here when the inputs are 0 and 0, only at that condition you are getting 0, and for all the remaining combinations you are getting 1. So that means the output is high when either or both the inputs are high. So this is nothing but the OR gate, right? So that means this entire configuration acts like an OR gate. But remember, to make an OR gate here, we are not using any OR gate. So that means instead of that, I am using 3 NAND gates to construct this truth table, right? To get this truth table. So that means I can use NAND gates to construct an OR gate. So that is what you have to understand. So remember, the NAND gate can be used to construct NOT gate, that we already discussed, and similarly the NAND gates can be used to construct an OR gate, but of course here we need to have 3 NAND gates to construct an OR gate. So that is what you have to understand. So now let us move on to our next slide, which is in which we try to understand how the NAND gates are used to construct AND gate. Okay, so this is the truth table of NAND gate, you already know that. So now AND gate is constructed by using NAND gates in the following manner. So how do we construct an AND gate? So to construct an AND gate, you need to have 2 NAND gates. Okay, let us see how it acts like an AND gate. So to understand how it acts like an AND gate, we just try to understand it with the help of the truth table. Okay, so let us assume that this is the first NAND gate whose inputs are taken as A and B, and this is the another NAND gate which is connected to the output of the first NAND gate. Okay, so that means the output of the first NAND gate is connected to the input of the second NAND gate. Remember, this is an AND gate, AND plus NOT, AND plus NOT. Remember, these two are the NAND gates now. So anyway, that means with the help of the inputs and the logical functions, we try to understand this entire truth table. So for this configuration, the inputs acts as A and B, and the output becomes X is equal to A dot B bar whole bar. So that means you get a double bars here. So how do I get that? So you already know that. So let us assume that the input terminals are taken as A and B, and you know this NAND gate, right? So the logical function of the NAND gate at the output becomes A dot B bar. So let us assume that the output of this NAND gate is X, and I can write its output as A dot B bar. So now if I take this as X, okay, sorry, it's already X is taken here. Let us take this as C sum. Let us take this as C. Okay, I can take with any notation, right? So let us assume that this is C. So now this is an AND gate, you already know. And what is this? This is also an AND gate, but its input is 1. We have only one input here. So when we have only one input, it acts like a NOT gate. Though it is an AND gate, it acts like a NOT gate. You already know. So let us assume that its output is X now. So its output becomes, what is its input? Its input is C, right? So since its input is C, we get its output as C bar. So that is what you have to understand. Remember, though it is an AND gate, it acts like a NOT gate. Since its input is taken as C, if I take it as C, its output I can write it as X is equal to C bar. So now the same X is mentioned here also. Okay, so now X is equal to, what is C? Here you can see C is nothing but A dot B bar, right? So in place of C, just substitute A dot B bar. This is nothing but C. So C, in place of C, if I substitute A dot B bar, but here not just C, we have C bar, right? So that means A dot B bar, one more bar you get here. So you get two double bars. Okay, if you apply two double bars, what do you get? Those two bars gets cancelled, right? And hence what do you get? You get A dot B. So that means the output of this entire configuration is coming out to be A dot B. So when the inputs are A and B, and if the output is A dot B, it is nothing but AND gate, right? It's nothing but an AND gate. Anyway, we try to understand that with the help of this truth table. Anyway, here the inputs are taken as A and B, and different combinations of potentials that I can apply here are mentioned here. And to find this A dot B bar bar double bar, this is the output. Please check it out. A dot B double bars. To find this, what are the equations that we get in between? So you have to find A dot B. So that is mentioned here, and again you have to find A dot B bar. Okay, that is also written over here. And if you apply complement to this A dot B bar, you get A dot B double bar. Okay, so that we try to get it. Anyway, you already know from the last different topics, we were using the combinations of potentials that are applied to both A and B, and those combinations are repeated in the same order, right? They are 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. So when A and B are given zeros, what do I get? For A dot B, I get 0. So 0 into 0 becomes 0, you know that, and 0 into 1 also becomes 0, and 1 into 0 also becomes 0, and 1 into 1 becomes 1. So this is the output of AND gate. So please check it out. I am finding A dot B now. This is the output of AND gate. But anyway, I have to find A dot B double bar. So to find A dot B double bar, first of all I have to find A dot B bar. So here this is the column which shows the values of A dot B for different combinations. To find A dot B bar, what you do, whatever the values that you have here, if it is low, just write it high, and if it is high, just write it low. That's all. So since I got A dot B is 0, here A dot B bar becomes 1. For 0 again I get 1, and for 0 again I get 1, and for 1 I get 0. So this is A dot B bar. So this is A dot B bar. But I want A dot B double bar in place of output, right? So what is A dot B double bar? So for A dot B bar, you again apply complement, that's all. So that whatever the values that you get here, again you just write its inverse values. So here I have 1, and hence write its opposite or inverse is 0. Here I have 1, that means again it becomes 0. Here I have 1, and hence again I get 0, and here I have 0, and again I get 1 here. So that means this A dot B double bar is nothing but the output of this entire configuration. But to understand the operation or working of this entire circuit diagram, or that means a combination of NAND gates, what you have to do, first of all, you have to just forget about the columns that you get in between. Just forget about these columns. Okay, only observe the inputs and outputs of this configuration, which consists the combination of NAND gates. So now for this configuration of two NAND gates, when these two NAND gates are combined in this way, the inputs are already taken as 0 and 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. For these combinations, what are the outputs that I am getting, that you observe? For 0 0 I am getting 0, and for 0 and 1 I am getting 0, and for 1 and 0 I am getting 0, and for 1 and 1 I am getting 1. So what does that mean? It means that the output of this entire configuration is equivalent to the output of the AND gate, right? So that means this entire configuration, okay, or the combination of NAND gates is acting like an AND gate now, that's all. So now that means when two NAND gates are connected in series, okay, one after the other, then you get an AND gate here. So that is what you have to observe. So you know that 0 into 0 is 0, 0 into 1 is 0, and 1 into 0 is 0, and 1 into 1 is 1 for AND gate, right? So and hence A dot B double bonds, I can write it as A dot B, A dot B. So that is what you have to understand. And this this combination of NAND gates is acting like an AND gate. So that's it. So NAND gate, you know that it's a derived gate. So this NAND gate is the combination of AND and NOT gate, but this NAND gate can be used to construct a NOT gate. And similarly here you understood that the three NAND gates, when they are connected as shown in the figure, acts like an OR gate. And similarly when two NAND gates are connected like this, they act like, that means this entire combination of gates act like an AND gate. So that means from this we can conclude that the NAND gate can be used to construct NOT gate, OR gate and AND gate, so which we call them as the basic gates, right? So you know that what are basic gates? Basic gates are nothing but AND, OR and NOT, right? So these are the basic gates, and these basic gates can be constructed with the help of NAND gate. So since by definition, as we already tried to understand in the beginning slide of this today's video, so NAND gate is a universal logic gate because it can be used to construct the basic gates, which we already tried to understand from the last three slides, right? So NAND gate is used to construct the basic gates, which are OR, AND and NOT gate, and hence we call NAND gate as universal logic gate. So please try to understand, this is one important question for your board examination. And many times they asked you to construct OR, AND and NOT gate. So they may ask any gate to any basic gate to construct by using NAND gate. So it's one important question. So please try to understand. Okay, due to time constraint, I just stop here. Let us try to move. Let us try to meet in our next video, in our next class, to understand how the NOR gate acts like. That means how the NOR gates are used to construct the basic gate. That thing we try to understand in our next video lesson. Okay, thank you. I will stop here. Thank you once again.